Captain's log number 3. I had an experience where, so I don't want to get too much into the information, but basically someone who I don't really know what, like more friend of a friend kind of situation, but I could tell they were going through a very difficult time. And that seems to be a running theme. Like, I feel like I'm doing great. People around me are really going through some shit. Like life or death, heartbreaking, life-changing shit. And I'm not immune to that. I know what that can be. And so it took me forever today just to kind of I'm thinking about business models and what am I supposed to be doing with my life and where am I going and what does it look like to make an income off of something meaningful, but not trade that meaning as some sort of sellout. I need to hold the camera up. This is baking at work. Terrible. This is my third try. So heard them crying and kind of gave space because that's their business, At the same time felt that, yeah, but you can't just let them cry. And put my energy, not in myself, but into creating a piece of a picture of some circles and lines because I was inspired by something I saw on Instagram. Oh, look at this. Glorious. Okay. About consciousness of lines and circles and how things repeat, but you still go forward. So I just kind of drew that out while I was holding this person in my heart. And then I got an opportunity to give him a hug. And give a hug. And I told him, I was like, I'm hugging you for the person that you were talking to on the phone. You can't do that right now. And he was like, oh, I don't want to cry on your shirt. And I'm like, that would be an honor. I'll hold that. And it was interesting how kind of resistant he was to the hug. It's like, man, just receive it. And I think about the way that, maybe Jesus was just a piece of paper that God drew on, and he could kind of tear it off the page and give it away. And he doesn't need you to give it back. He just needs you to receive it. And me, I'm like, oh my God, that's such a profound thing. And I'm going to talk about it on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and say, what a good person I am. I was a shoulder to lean on, to cry on. And yeah, I do feel good because it's the most meaningful investment I could make today, right? The reason I want to be free financially is so that I can make more meaningful moments like that. And so that I can invest the time in reading or writing or researching or developing something that I can give away. And then I've been thinking about the song Hey Little Songbird. I was thinking that today, and I was singing both parts. And because I have range. So it really deals with the archetypes of making art, but also being poor. And in the end, Orpheus has to, I hope you can hear me over this bus, you probably can. Orpheus has to walk forward and just hope that Eurydice is behind him. Yes, he could sing a song that could melt the heart of hell, but he still has to get out, and he can't look back. And that's something like, oh, is it working yet? Is it working yet? It's like, no, just keep going through, and you got to believe God's before you and God's behind you. Because we can have some really good intentions, and it could actually fuck shit up. Oh, sorry. I can't upload this to kids now. Oh my gosh, are you Christian? We could go ahead and we kind of, you know what I mean? Like you sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm doing good work. Pat myself on the back, and then wonder why someone's not actually receiving your work, because you're kind of stealing from them. And they're just filling in the space and saying, yeah, you're good at this. But really, like, the real work, it's not really like something congratulated, because it comes from a deep place of pain and experience and unconditional love. And it starts to not matter who gets the credit or who gets paid, but who gets honored. So, I want a nice soft release. I want to lie down. Lie down forever, actually. You know what that's like? It's kind of like, I actually want to climb and enjoy the climb. And keep walking through big doors like that. Park lane. Is that a double entendre? I mean, that's an oxymoron. You can't park and be in the lane. Feed the birds. Toppins a bag. Toppins a bag. Y'all think this is all unrelated, but if you looked at the source material and the context, I think you would understand. So go watch Mary Poppins, alright? Go listen to Nathan Angelo singing, what's that song? I don't know, something about feeding the birds. It's on his Through the Radio album, I think. So maybe I'll link it in the description, get an affiliate marketing. Maybe that's what I am born to do. Okay.